right, Cancerians, let's take a peek into 2022 for you and see what is likely to be a big theme for you going forward. This is for Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So feel free to swap around the characters or the energies and just know that this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I am having a lot of feelings right now of information coming in. My ears are ringing. I mean, this is going to be lit. I'm telling you. All right, let's see what's going on for Cancerians in 2022. Community. All right, community. Chop wood. Interesting. Why? All right, so let me get a little sense of the reading first. I feel almost like there's something about next year that is going to be very much a group effort. You could be creating new community. You could be, really building something for yourself. And it has to like building your YouTube channel, building your social media, just putting in the time and effort. And some of you are going to be not sure of why things work the way they do online. It is a little bit of a Wild West, a little bit of a different kind of experience than maybe if you've had a corporate job or you've been a professional or something along those lines. I always think that's weird to say because, people who know how to do something are professionals, but just saying. Licensed, right? If you have a license or you have a degree of some kind. I just feel like it's possible that something that's always worked for you may come into question in 2022. The North Node is moving into Taurus from Gemini. It always goes in retrograde. So it's moving into Taurus, and Taurus is about what we value. Like if you've been putting in a ton of time and effort into something and you're not getting anything back, even emotional satisfaction, then it's kind of like, why am I doing this? Why am I spending all this time? You could be looking at a relationship like that too. All right, Seven of Swords, and I'm seeing the Tower here. I also see the Ace of Wands. You're showing up as the Fool. I feel like you might already feel this way. You put a lot of effort into something and it's like, okay, I used to have this checklist when I was in a relationship, and I would, every once in a while in the relationship, I would go through it. It's all things that I want in a relationship. And if I ever got to the place where none of those boxes were checked, oh my goodness, what's happening here? Where none of my boxes were checked, I'd be like, what am I doing here? Okay. You might have that same experience. So you're showing up as the Fool. It's time to start something new here. High Priestess. Oh, look at you. Hermit. Page of Wands. Three of Cups. Six of Cups. Three of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Magician. Ace of Swords. And the Two of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I do feel like you could be jumping into something new. You may have you may be jumping into new kind of work, or you may be jumping into some kind of relationship that has some third-party element to it. Okay. Now that doesn't mean this person's cheating. They could have a child that maybe has special needs, something that really takes a lot of their energy. They could have a big job that they are, like a workaholic about, right? Like it can never be done. And I feel like you have taken some action moving toward this person. The High Priestess as the situation, I feel like you know the answer here. Okay. So if you're in this situation, but this is like for next year. So you may not be in the situation right now, but when you take a leap with this person or you start a new job or whatever it is, you do know what you're getting into, but I feel like it's kind of subconscious. I feel like it's kind of like you know, it's one of those things where you say to yourself later, I knew it all along. I knew it, right? But you don't say it to yourself because you're like, well, it's like you don't trust yourself. So you never really truly listen to that intuition because you're like, well, maybe I'm wrong, maybe, you know, whatever. But you have had this same experience before, Three of Swords, okay? And you have wisdom around this. The High Priestess and the Hermit. I am seeing, let's see, I see, there's you, that's Cancerian energy. I see Virgo energy. I see Gemini energy. And it could be somebody from the past because I mean, I do not like this whole Seven of Swords tower thing. Someone, you know, a truth comes out. You were hoping that you had that truth before you made that leap. Okay. If only I knew this about this person or this job, but you do know. You do know. You're just not listening to it at this moment. You're just not going to listen to your intuition at this moment. And I almost feel like for some of you, this may not be for all of you, but for some of you, there's a Virgo that's coming back, and a Virgo comes back, and I do feel like you stop them. So there's a couple things going on here. There's something that you're jumping into that you already have experience with, and you're hoping for a different, you're hoping that it's different this time. It's not different this time. Okay. So you jump in here, and or you wanting to jump in. At least let's say you're wanting to jump in, because I see over here that this Two of Pentacles, you're showing up as Two of Pentacles too, which is like the waiting game. Like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And the Magician likely is this other person, Gemini, Virgo. Yeah, Gemini, Virgo. And I do feel like you kind of like try and weigh the effects. I do think this person is, this is a surprise that this person shows up. It's a surprise. And immediately your response is to put the brakes on. Okay. Immediately your response to put the brakes on. I think you want to jump in because you're acting as the Fool, and the Fool doesn't have any recollection. The Fool has no wisdom. The Fool doesn't carry the wisdom from previous experiences with them. But you do know. You know what's going to happen. And I just feel like you're not really listening to yourself here. There's the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Magician. The Magician and the Seven of Swords is a really tough combination. I mean, because they are, it's like, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. They're an illusionist, right? They're an illusionist. They're somebody who does that for a living. Okay, so this is somebody who's really good at it, really good at making people see what they want to see. And one of my initial reaction to this is you block this person, but the flip side of this is that you don't want to see. Okay, you don't want to see that this person is the same again, or that this pattern is the same again. You don't want to see it. You may look at it from a place of nostalgia and dreaminess, and the Fool, again, doesn't take the wisdom with them. They just sort of like, you know, willy-nilly jump into things. So let's see. Let me clarify this Magician. You've got all the threes. Three of Swords, Three of Wands. No, you don't have the Three of Wands. Yes, you do. Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. You got Three of Swords. Did I just see another three? I'm totally, oh, Three of Cups. Oh my God. All right. Wow. That's like it. It's like an illusion. Like you can't see it, the whole picture or something like that. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Moon, another illusion card, Page of Pentacles. This person is pretending to be grounded, hardworking. This person pretends to care. Like you might be somebody very hardworking. You've pulled a business together, or you're doing some kind of really good community. You created a brand or a community, and this person may pretend to be very hardworking, may offer an apology from the past. They are um, they are an illusionist. Okay, they're somebody who sets out to appear a certain way. Could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. See loud Virgo energy here. You're the Cancerian energy there, and then I also see Gemini. So Gemini has two sides, right? You see one side, you don't see the other side all the time. And also like the moon, right? We see new moon, we don't see it at all, right? So here's what's going on. So you have 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. My feeling here is that there is another person, another part of their life that they're not sharing with you right now, because it would damage their case for having you show up or come back to them. If you're in a relationship already or in some kind of work setting, you have kind of like vowed to start again. And it kind of blows up in your face. The cool thing about that, though, is that it is blowing up a faulty paradigm that you are holding fast to. Okay, so like, for example, if you have a problem at work and it's like, I'm going to give it one more shot, they're going to continue to take advantage of you. All right, they're going to continue to take advantage of you. And there's this person or this company or this boss has learned nothing new. They just may be really good at fast talking you. And I honestly don't think you want to see it. The 2 of Swords there, part of me is like you're closed off, but part of me is like you're closed off to seeing the truth of things, even though you do know. High Priestess, you know. King of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, third party, abso-freaking-lutely, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm not even going to be like, well, it could be, remember what I said about them having a big job or a child? No, this is literally they have another partner. Okay, and let's flip this around a minute, because if you have been part of third-party situations before and were likely hurt by third-party situations, you may have an opportunity here. If you're married to somebody right now and you're like, let's give it a new go, let's give it another go, you have an opportunity to have somebody on the side, yourself. So it's like flipped around. It's not that person, the person you're saying, let's try again, has another person. It's you that's going to get the opportunity. My goodness. This is likely going to happen by March. 3 of Cups right here. The key to me here is that you do know. Whatever the scenario is, you're going to be like, somewhere in your heart, you know. So are you going to keep going with it, or are you going to walk away from this? All right. Or at least are you going to communicate about that? 2 of Swords tells me that you're feeling like you don't want to see the writing on the wall. You don't want to see that it's this again. It's this again. It's this pattern again. And especially not if you have been cheated on in this connection and they're wanting to give it another shot and you're like, okay, fine. Now you have someone on the side, or you have an opportunity on the side. What do? Is it like a chance for revenge? Is it a chance, to settle the score? What is it for you with this? So I see definitely Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Most likely a Virgo. Okay, most likely a Virgo. There you are, Cancerian. I see Gemini here to be sure. Okay, there's some fire energy, but I believe that's about passion. So we definitely got this kind of thing about like, because you're Cancerian. So King of Cups and Queen of Cups, and then there's that Queen of Wands right in the middle of the two of you. Yeesh. Okay, and this is like the marriage card. This is the card that of like relationships that are stable. So if you're stable with your partner, there's another one on the side, but it might be you who gets the opportunity. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue on. This is a really interesting reading. I look at Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, and I'll look at Gemini. Okay. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on. 2022 for Cancer. See you over there.